Hello and welcome to another December video. I made a promise last month to release a video every single day in December, kind of like opening your calendar every day. If you've got a calendar, chocolate one, Lego one, who knows. As my way of thanking everyone for all the support over the past year, all the thumbs up, the likes, the comments, the Patreons. I'm so humbled. So let's crack on with it. This is going to be my review of the Forge World Catalogue 2018. Super, why are you doing a review of a catalogue? Well, I've done reviews of catalogues and gift guides and things like that before. I think they're quite useful, especially when history is involved. And what do I mean by that is I do have other catalogues that go back further than this, but I've got a 2014-15 one, and I'm going to draw some comparisons between them. But I think to start off with, I'm just going to show you a little bit of a difference between 2017 and 2017. Now, how many products have Forge World and Games Workshop released in just the past year? Think about it. Well, just take a look at this, because in 2017, their catalogue, the biggest sort of model that they had was the Warlord Titan. They'd only just brought out the different weapon systems, and one of their newest models in this year's guide was the SoCal Pattern Stormbird, which did come out last year, but you don't have Magnus in there yet. You've just got Russ. You've only just got the Mastodon, okay? So no Astraeus or anything like that. Sicarans, you only have the two Sicarans. So just looking at 2017, moving to 2017, look at how many more products are in this catalogue. It's quite substantial, actually. For one, we've got the Acastus Knight Porphyrion for £320. We've got the Thunderhawk that was released back in April of this year, so a good 7 months ago. Only seems like yesterday to me, though. We've got Magnus and their joined bases, and also Magistus and the Wolfkin, but yet still we don't have different Sicaran tanks. And then we have a whole section on Legio Custodes. So just within this year, they've got the Sagittarum, the Custodes Contemptors, the Custodes Tanks, the Transport, the Telemon Dreadnought, and so on. I think you had the Carachnus Assault Tank too. Everything else has pretty much stayed the same. Eldar, Tyranids, Orcs, Tau. Tau have had a few new aircraft, but everything else pretty much stayed the same. So Imperium-wise, we've had a influx of some big models. So that's just in the space of two catalogues within the same year, 2017. 2018, wow. Okay, so let's have a look at this, and then we'll look at pricing. So it all kicks off with all these black books, same as the previous year. They don't have the rule book yet. That's due to come out soon, within the next few weeks, I think. But in the 2018 catalogue, they have the indexes, all £15 each, and the Astraeus Super Heavy Tank, the Primaris Super Heavy Tank. Obviously, they have the Thunderhawk and the Stormbird, and the Raptor and the Storm Eagle. They do have the Caestus Assault Ram, so maybe they got some more of those. So you can already see the shift from the previous catalogue. It started with big Titans, this one's starting with Space Marines. All kinds of Space Marines, look. They've got Carab Cullen, the Risen, £80, and they've also got Angelus and the Regents of the Orden Rift. That says coming soon, but I can tell you right now that that is £60. You've got the Leviathans, quite straightforward. You've got the Moritats, and you've got the Thousand Sons Legion Praetor, which has only came out a few months ago. No new Primarchs, nothing new is there. All there. Dawn should be the next one. Then there's this shift right here. So you've got this Sisters of Silence Charon Pattern Inquisitor, which came out a few months ago, I think. It might have even come out. I think it might have even come out in April. Nothing new there for the tanks, all there, except we've got a few new Sakarans. £79, the Punisher, £5 more for the Destroyer, and then we also have the Arcus. So almost a page of Sakarans now. Then we've got the same Custodes section as we had this year, in this year's one. When I mean this year's one, I mean 2017. Then we have the flyer there. So we have the Orion Assault dropship. That's the new thing, £275. That came out a few months ago. I don't think there's anything new there or there. And then we're into Titans. So, you know, we're past halfway in the book and then they start the Titans. Nothing new in any of those. All the tanks. Death Court of Krieg. I think they did release some models. I think it was that Squad at Ease. And the horses. The Death Riders. Or Chaos for that matter. And then nothing new for any of the other factions. For any of the Xenos or Orcs or Tau. I think the Tiger Shark, both of those are the new flyers. I think the Barracuda came out a bit before then. Nothing new for Tyranids there. All the scenery. And I don't think there's much else that's new. So that's my sort of complete look at the 2018 catalogue. As you can see, but one of the main points I wanted to make about this video was to compare the prices with 2014/15. It says 14/15, so this 14/15 catalogue must have been like the halfway point in the year for them. What I'll do is I'll just compare, say, a Knight Lancer, £170 there. A Knight Lancer in 2018's money is 185. So it's gone up by £15 in 3 years. Let's have a look at a Contemptor, £34. Now I've just bought a Contemptor Dreadnought, well a relic one, so £34 for a Contemptor Dreadnought. They have gone up to 35. So from 34 to 35, so £1. The Dimacheron, that's actually gone up by £10. So from, you know, 3 years ago, that's £95 now. Okay, well look at Titans. A Warhound Titan back then was £263. 3 years later, it's £290. So it's gone up by £27. That's quite a big increase actually, £27 in 3 years. A Reaver Titan, just for the body, £438, and in 2018 it will cost you £480. So again, that is £42 increase in just 3 years. That's a fair bit. The thing that always gets me though is like the little tanks, like the Rhino. I think the Rhino's gone up a fair bit. So a Rhino 3 years ago, £35, it's only gone up to £38. So it's only a £3 increase. Predators, on the other hand, have gone up by £6, from £51 to £57. That's a fair bit of money, 57, especially when the tank itself is only about 30. So you're paying £27 for all of the resin pieces. Primarchs, love to have a look at the Primarch changes in price. So let's look at Horus. Same model as ever before, same model from 3 years ago, or even 4 years ago. He was then, 3 years ago, £62. It's only gone up by £3. That's not much at all. How about Lorgar? £60. He's gone up by £8. Wow. Lorgar has gone up by 8, whereas Horus has only gone up by 3. That's very interesting, that a model that was a lot less has gone up by more. And he was the cheapest Primarch, but all of a sudden these Primarchs have increased. I think it all started with Perturabo. I think when he was first released he was about 60 or 65, and then that shifted all of them up, because now you're getting Magnus at 80. It's not going to be that long before you get a Primarch at £100. I'm really interested to see what they sell Dawn at. Hopefully they'll sell him at 65 or 70, but we'll see. Really like looking at the big super heavy tanks and seeing how much they've gone up by. So the Fellblade, it's a good one, £164. Now it's 180, so that's gone up by £16 in a few years. That's a fair bit, 16 quid. The glaive is a similar story. The falchion has gone up by not as much, only £15. Sicarans, they've only gone up by £5 in 3 years. That's not too bad actually. Let's have a look at the Eldar Titan, the Phantom Titan. So this Eldar Phantom Titan, 3 years ago, just for the body, was £381. That's not too bad. £381, not bad at all. Now it's £410, so that's gone up by £29. So £29, not that bad 3 years ago. The Revenants though, I remember when they were about 150. 3 years ago they just breached the £200 mark, 201. Now they're £19 more at 220. And the big Tyranid Titan, hopefully it's on one of these pages. Might be right at the back though. Oh, it's actually in front of Eldar, is it? No, surely not. Ah, right, okay. Just after town now. Okay, so it was 242 and it's now 270. So that's gone up by £28. That's a big increase, that. 28, almost £30. So almost 10% increase. But they've got rid of a few models. They've got rid of the Tyranid Warrior Wings conversion kit. To be fair, I didn't even know that they had Tyranid Warriors. I was speaking to someone the other day about those. I did not know they had those. I said that that would be a really cool idea if they put wings on warriors. And there you go. The Haradan, that was 242, now 270. So that's a good £28 increase as well, similar to the Bio Titan. So if you were to buy both of those models now, you'd be paying £56 more than you did 3 years ago. So what does that mean? Well, that means that possibly in another 3 years, we'll see though, you could be spending £30 or £40 more for a bigger model than if you were to get it now. That's always been the case with Forge World. I've seen more increases every year than any decreases. But take that as you will. It's the same for Games Workshop. They increase their prices not only on their models but on their paints as well. And it's just the hobby that we're in. You know, they are making more and more complex, more highly detailed miniatures, and they have a huge range. The bigger the range gets, the more storage space they have to have. So obviously as they're getting bigger and they're making a wider range of models and they're employing more staff and they're incorporating different production methods, costs are increasing too. It's impossible to think of a situation where we have the same range of models and they cost the same every single year. Games Workshop as a company, obviously that own Forge World, are innovating. They're trying new things, they're bringing out different board games. Next year you'll see the Titanicus game come out. So what do you think about Forge World? Have you bought models from them before? What do you think of the current range and the current lineup? What would you really like to see them make? Personally, I'd like to see them make more Xenos creatures and models and things like that, and scenery, things like that. I think that they have got so much Imperial stuff. I myself suffering from Imperial fatigue, hence why I've been looking and purchasing and building and painting other models other than Imperial stuff, because I'm just fatigued by it all. There's just so many Space Marines and tanks and all those kind of things out there that it's difficult to keep up and to continue my interest in them. But anyway, please do put all your comments down below. Thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed this Christmas video. Thank you for watching today. The Emperor protects.